Hey everyone, thanks for jumping here back again. Today we're going to be talking about the Sandbox token SAND, and we're going to be discussing the weekly drop that we are currently experiencing. We are also deploying the risk metric today to discuss whether it's a good time to buy or if you should wait for a better opportunity. But before we do jump into this one, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, as we are doing a giveaway soon. Leave us a like and a comment, since every bit of support helps us. Also, we just made a Telegram channel for you, so if you are interested, make sure to check it out. I'll leave a link in the comments. But now let's get into this one. So SAND exploded, moving from basically 3 cents back in January this year to an all-time high of almost $9. And that's quite impressive to say the least. I mean, that's almost 300x in less than a year. But of course, there are always retracements and pullbacks in each market cycle. Now, if we pull up the KDG, which is a momentum indicator, we can see a beginning of a reversal. The black line is heading to the downside and the orange line is moving up to cross the blue line. We don't have a confirmation yet, but this is usually a bearish sign, and we will get a confirmation within the next week or so. And if we end up having a cross here between these two lines, then I'm afraid to say it's bad news bears. The last two times that we experienced something similar, SAND ended up dropping 55 and 84% from the top. Now we are currently down a modest 30% down from our all-time high, which is nothing compared to what we experienced in the past, so that's why I prefer being cautious for the time being. Please keep in mind that I'm not saying the price will drop today or tomorrow. I always look long-term when investing. Sure, the price can go up 10% today if Bitcoin decides to go up, because most of the market follows Bitcoin's path. But on the bigger picture, things aren't looking great for the SAND boys, so keep an eye on the KDG. Now, if we pull up the risk metric, and here it gets more interesting. If you are new here, this is a private indicator, so it basically helps us know when to accumulate, when to buy, and of course, when to sell. And historically speaking, below 4 is a good time to start gradually buying and accumulating, and above 6, whenever the risk is above 6, it's a good time to start selling. I personally tend to buy when the risk is below 3.5 and gradually sell above 7, but to each his own. Now the risk was at about 9.8 a week ago at our peak, which is super high. So for me, when I say that it makes no sense to buy here when everyone is jumping in, it's not because I don't want to, it's just because the risk is way too high for me to invest in it. Now the risk is currently set at a modest 7.15, which is still high for me to jump in. Of course, the price can go up 10, 20, or even 30%. It can even go back to the all-time high at $9. I'm not here to give false claims. I mean, if you invested back here, for example, this is just an example, when the risk was too high, you would still have made 60% or 55% profit in a week or so. But this isn't really sustainable, as you can see, because a few weeks later, the price dropped more than 80% and you would have lost most of the money you invested. Why would I accumulate when the price is here and when the risk is above 6, when I can just buy the token for 20 cents weeks later right here when the risk is way too lower? I'm sorry to break it to you if you bought at the top, for example. I mean, mistakes happen, but you should be investing here. Your money should be here when everyone is running away, and you should have a proper strategy. Again, the risk is currently way too high, and I'm going to say it over and over. Yes, the price can go up on the short term, but it's really not sustainable. And I don't think the exposure to such high risk levels for a 60% or 70% reward is worth it when there are coins that have risks below 2 for the time being. I would honestly expect us to drop further down back into the imbalance zone between $4.5 and $5. And this will take, of course, some time to happen. Surely not today, surely not tomorrow, and most likely not this week or the next week, but sooner or later, we'll revisit the imbalance zones each and every time. So please be cautious. The risk is way too high for me to jump in. If you want to jump in, it's at your own risk. I don't mind you doing that. But again, the risk is way too high to jump in. That was about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more SAND content, make sure to subscribe, as 95% of you aren't subscribed yet. Leave a like for girthy gains, and peace out.